How do you go into this and do it right? How do you avoid all the likely pitfalls and snares that always trip up the neophyte new startups? That five handles is plenty, and you can split it up and make your whole 25 handle career on multiple trades or one individual trade in the morning that gets five handles and you're done for the whole day. That releases you from all of the expectations of being in front of these charts longer than it's necessary, which is good. You want to limit that. So if you get your trade with five handles when you're first starting out, turn the charts off. Look at everything afterwards in hindsight. Don't be lured into doing more because something moves around quick. You don't want to add to what's already been given to you, and that's your goal. Stop. That's what profitable trading is. Having a goal, a business model. Okay. We call it a trading model, but it's a business model. Foot Locker don't go out there and say, you know what, we're doing so well selling shoes. We need to get into the fucking pizza business. Let's start selling pizzas and burritos. Because who wouldn't want a fucking Foot Locker burrito, right? That shit don't work. Okay. You're not going to upset the model that works for them. Okay. And vice versa. You have a model, you sit down, you've done all the work, you built yourself up, you're learning this, and now you settled in, you're going to look for five handles in the E-mini S&P or the NASDAQ, one or the other. I'm preferring ES, and I think you should do that too. If you want to go into NQ later on when you have more ability, that's fine. But when it moves fast, it can be wild and it can hurt you. It's a little bit more chaotic. So just be mindful of that. Don't be afraid of it, but in the beginning, respect it, because if you don't know what you're doing, it can sting you. But you want to have that business model of knowing, when are you going to stop? See, when I go into live streamers all the time, I'll ask them, I say, hey, look, I asked this of Trades by Matt. I asked it by Corbs. I asked it by two other YouTubers, and they ignored me in there because I know why. They don't want to. They don't want to talk to me because they think I'm in there trying to make fun of them. I'm not. I respect anybody that's doing a live stream. I would never go in there and try to be disruptive about anything like that, because number one, it takes a lot of focus and it's a dick move, and two, I can respect the fact that they're doing it, because there isn't a lot of people that are willing to get out there and literally live stream. So that is ballsy. In anybody that does it, yeah, that they got my respect. Even if they blow up all the time and blow their accounts and go to maximum loss multiple times in the same week, it's still respectful that they do it. I want to ask them questions like, hey, when do you stop? What draws the line in the sand? Say, okay, I'm not trading anymore today. I've done enough, either because of the loss or the win. Like, how do you get to the point of contentment where you no longer feel that it's needed for you to be in front of the charts? Have you even considered that in your development, in your building of your trading plan? Because it's easy to see, oh, it's early. I've already got my 10 handles for the day. That's 2 days work. That's 2 days of work. What do you think, you're going to go in there again? Because that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to think the market's on fire. You got to push your edge until it's dull and you lost what you made and more. Plus commissions. Don't you feel smart? Twitter can get you hurt by people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Your business model is only profitable when you follow it. Your trading plan is only profitable when you follow it. Your wife, your husband, your significant other, your children, your dependents, your best friends, your coworkers, your boss, and ICT, we're not going to be there to help you press the button and manage it and tell you when to stop. That's personal responsibility. And all of that rests on your shoulders. And if you're not in tune with the things that will lure you into dumb shit, gambling, going in there one more time, you got a good day, you made $1,000. You didn't try to make $1,000. It just happened, fell right in your hands. Don't look at that as, oh shit, I'm way better than I thought I was. Fuck, I've been thinking about this all this time, thinking I wasn't that great. Look how good I am. I'm gonna go out there and do this 5 more times, because shit, that's $6,000. Who doesn't want a $6,000 day? And then all of a sudden you're looking at your account, it's gone. I've done that. I've done it. I've done that. Okay, so you have to know when you're going to pull the plug.
All right, boys and girls, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Say what's up in the chat, like the stream. You guys know the drill. Good morning, good morning, good morning, boys and girls. What's up, A? What's up, Bill? Drop Shop, Shamar, Ahmad, Kavan, Chan, Billy, Motley, Bertmar, Alex, Kookie, MTXD. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Like the stream, vote on the poll. Let me know your bias in the chat. Hope you guys can hear me all right. Everything looks good. So let's dive into the charts. We are about 40 seconds from opening bell, and just a couple things to go over. So we had a nice fat pump with a pH during Asia last night. Asia just runs all the way to previous weekly high here at like 8 p.m. Nice pump of like 150 points. And now we are in this BPR, this balanced price range. And I would like to see lower. These are previous London low, Asia low from yesterday. If I toggle on the sessions, perfect equal lows here on the NASDAQ with London from yesterday and to last night. And then ES, however, has rated those session lows. So there is an SMT there. However, given how big Asian range was, I would prefer to see we hold about 50% of the Asian range and then actually see NQ follow through and take out all of these previous session lows down here in the low 700s is kind of what I am wanting to see happen. However, I feel like every time I come to the chart and I say I want to see this happen, it's like that doesn't happen. You guys know what I'm saying? At least lately. What's up, Bashi, bro? Is there any bro? Is there any girls out there? No, I don't think so. Even the girls also are men in disguise. What's going on? What's up, Caddy Pan? Ron, good morning. Let's see. Poll in the chat. We're bullish again. Yeah, go figure. No surprises there. 40% bullish in the chat. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm kind of wanting to see 50% of this Asian range because of how big it is, and because it took out previous weekly high. This would be ideal for me, wanting to see that. Market just opened up here, and got a little pump here higher at the open, and now we're starting to kind of sell off. Leaving these equal highs, though, I don't really care for that. Leaving the equal highs, we did SMT, I suppose, did we? Yeah, we did, okay. We did get an SMT here. Oop, with the ES. Also, let me know, can you guys hear me okay? Is the audio all right? I'm telling you, boys and girls, if it ain't one thing, it's another with this PC. My speakers just stopped working apparently this morning. So I'm using like my monitor speakers. So to me, it's like awkwardly quiet. And I don't know if you guys can hear me okay, but I think you guys can. So I think the PC blew up my speakers. Man, when it rains, it pours, right, boys and girls? Let's see here though. I want to see if this breaks down. I kind of feel like a lot of the volatility, obviously day before CPI today. Trump speaks at 4, so nothing really to worry about during the New York session. But day before CPI, so this could be a day that you're more sidelined. I would say the expectation should be lowered today. We kind of talked about that last week, and we talked about that yesterday. Beginning part of this week leading up to CPI, having lower expectations, being more risk averse than other days throughout the week. So that's my mindset going into today, you know. However, it would make sense that we could maybe capitalize on the opening bell volatility if something were to have set up here that makes sense. But to me, I want to see maybe this manipulation higher here. Let's check. Yeah, we're in discount of the range. Between Asia high and London low. But outside of these volatility injections like opening bell and macros, it's probably most likely going to be pretty slow, I would imagine today. So if there is something that sets up kind of in these windows of time, I wouldn't mind capitalizing on it, but it's got to make sense. Comment on the California events. I think that if you love Mexico so much and want to fly the Mexican flag, I don't know why they're so scared about being deported to Mexico. Like, go live in your country. Like, whatever country you support, you should live there. How about that? I do think all the immigrants that come to America and then like hate America but support their own country, yeah, go live in your country then. Go live in your country, bitch. That's my opinion. What do you guys think? Agree or disagree? I mean, it's pretty fucking simple. Like, I just don't. It's the funniest hypocrisy I've ever seen. They're so like viciously afraid apparently of getting deported back to their country, but yet they're sitting there in California waving a Mexican flag. Like, are we? It's crazy. I'm debating if I want to attempt this short in this first presented fair value gap. Let's see. Got a 3-minute closure here as well. So seeing if this will maybe want to hold as an order block. Waiting on it right now. Waiting on it right now. I mean, obviously we created these pretty relative equal highs up here. We did SMT the high, but this could easily just, yeah, okay. So no trade there. I was waiting to see if we were going to get a reaction off of this first presented fair value gap. I was waiting for the close of this candle. To me, there's no respect here, so I'm just going to stay patient. See what sets up. Yeah. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. We'll watch this 5-minute charts a little bit cleaner. Less chaotic. Let's get political. Trump speaks at 10. At 10? This thing says he speaks at 4. If he speaks at 10, that's news to me. They risk their lives to get across the border to burn the country's flag. I mean, it's just like the most idiotic thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I don't know. It's pretty commonsensical in my opinion, but apparently that's you got like the governor of California like threatening to sue the government, or said he wants to sue the government for all these ICE raids or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand that. It's like they broke the law, dude. This was all part of the promise on the campaign trail. He promised us we're going to win so much we're going to get tired of winning. We can see that in the fact that all the stock market does nowadays is apparently just go up, even if it doesn't make sense for it to go up on any day-to-day basis. But and that we were going to get the illegals out. Come here the right way, damn it. And when you get here, act like you want to be here. I mean, I just don't understand the whole, like, even people that come from, like, you know, the Middle East, or people that come from like all these people here that, like, you know, pro-Israel, flying the Israel flag. It's like, bro, fucking go live in Israel then. Holy fuck. It annoys me. It annoys me quite a bit. But it's entertaining, gives a shit to talk about, so. LA belongs to Mexico, if you know the history. Bullfuck. Belongs to the United States. I did see that reporter got shot by, like, a... You guys see that video of that reporter that got shot by, like, a rubber bullet yesterday? Or was that the day before? Maybe, I don't know. The one thing that's the craziest is the fact that, like, these pallets of bricks will literally just get like, they literally just show up. It's same with, like, in Minneapolis when they had the BLM riots. These pallets of bricks just like magically overnight show up on these streets where the riots are happening. I mean, you know, somebody's funding that shit. Like, literally funding the destruction of their own cities. It's just wild. My guess is that they probably are, like, bussing people in as well. Like, I don't think the riots are fully... I don't think the riots are fully, like, sincere. I think that some of these people are getting, like, bussed into, like, paid rioters almost. Just a theory. What's up, guys? What's up, Jacob? So you hate Israel for no fucking reason? Oh, no, not for no reason, no. I would say it's pretty warranted, but I don't... we don't need to get into all that. Unless you guys want to, I don't give a shit. This is what happens when you let third world in the country. You can't believe. Someone asked me to comment on the California situation going on, so now we're pissing off Jews. How did we get here? It's like Greta going close to the war zone in Israel and demands Swedish government to bring her back home. Yeah, did she actually get kidnapped or taken hostage? I thought I saw something on X about that, but I didn't know if that was legit or not. I knew that she was, like, boating over there or something. Man, oh man. Yeah, Greta is something else. That is true. Hey, Junior Mafia, that's not nice. Ice is good. This is what I voted for. I'm starting to think that I might not be radicalized enough. That's what I'm starting to think. Every day that passes, I become even more of a right-wing extremist. I guess so, Junior Mafia. I guess so. Junior Mafia must be upset about something. Junior Mafia, did they get a hold of your parents? Did they get a hold of your hermanos and hermanas? Wait. Hermano's brother. Is sister hermana in Spanish? Did they get a hold of your La Familia? Sorry to hear that. We'll give you some big booms here later. five big booms for the Junior Mafia's family. The Mafia family. He sounds like a peaceful person though. The Mafia. The cartel would probably be more fitting, but Mafia will work for now. Question about using Replicanto. I get invalid symbol errors. What is your preferred connection? What is your preferred connection in NinjaTrader 8? Invalid symbol errors. Tony, I'm not quite sure exactly what your question is. My preferred connection? I guess I'm confused by what you mean by that. What is my preferred connection? And I'm not sure about the invalid symbol errors. Not sure what that is. Junior Mafia, everybody's a little bit brainwashed. You're clearly brainwashed in whatever your thinking is. I mean, look how emotional you're getting. Buddy's literally fucking losing his shit in my live chat. Junior Mafia might actually crash out and kill all of us if we don't stop making him upset. If we don't stop, he might just loot an Adidas shoe store. Yeah, not on anything yet, boys and girls. We're kind of in between. First presented fair value gap is right here. You can see prices trapped in between first presented fair value gap and this BPR here now in this range. Market opened up. We got basically a little whipsaw here on the 1 minute. I would like to see a change in the state of delivery for lower before engaging, personally. We'll see though. And who knows? I want to remind myself and remind like you guys as well. You know, today doesn't need to be a day that you need to like force trades either. Day before CPI, you know, if today ends up being a day where you end up kind of sitting on your hands and not doing much, then I mean, it's a good day for it. I just think that if there are going to be any clean deliveries, it's going to be around like these volatility injections, if anything. So not a whole lot though in the opening range so far. 947. We got 3 minutes till macro begins. So nothing really around the opening bell. I was thinking that possibly we'd get like a straight move down at opening bell or straight move really one way or the other, I guess. But yeah, nothing really that tickles my fancy at the moment. Nothing that my fancy is tickled by. Is it a VWAP open as well? You son of a bitch. Oh yeah. Yeah. So this is just a little tidbit for all the ICT traders. Evidently when we get seek and destroy days, according to anyone that pays attention to VWAP, it's also usually a VWAP open. So there you go. If that's something you ever want to pay attention to, there you go. This is just pretty, I mean, this ES chart is fucked. Oh, dude. Yeah, it might be. I was gonna take the day off today, but I was like, nah. Let's get on stream and at least talk about the pressing matters of the world. We'll solve all the world's problems at least on live stream. What is VWAP open? Just the opening price like opens like basically right at VWAP. It's not something that I personally pay attention to, but for anyone that does pay attention to VWAP, it so seems. I got to give credit to Tyler Jacobs in the chat. He's the one that told me, he's like, whenever we get Seek and Destroy days, we always have a VWAP open, bro. I'm like, oh, fair enough. So far, he's been true since he's told me that. It seems to be a thing. Not that you really would need, like, you could kind of anticipate choppy price today. Day before CPI, right? Day before one of the big three. No high impact news. I mean, plus we had a huge move overnight. I mean, this Asia range pump is 150 something points. That is just wild. Unforgiving too. It's just like, boop, we gone. And then London, yeah, we sold off basically as well. Pre-London, the entire Asia move, and then yeah. So to me, the only reason you'd maybe be like expecting higher prices though would be the SMT with the previous session lows with ES. Otherwise, that's really it. I'm more privy to if I'm gonna like gun to my head have to pick a direction. I'd like to see this, like especially these internal lows get rated at least, and then maybe draw towards these previous session lows on the NQ as well. We'll see. Yeah, for those of you guys that are taking trades, what PJW said, let me know what you guys are targeting. Previous weekly highs already targeted for buy side, so I don't know, maybe you're targeting, gosh, I don't know. I mean, you're just targeting new weekly highs again, external liquidity. Yeah, to me, the clearer target seems to be lower, but just because it seems to be that way, don't mean that's what's gonna happen. Believe it or not, I've been wrong before, chat. And this looks like it is holding up and continually finding support for the moment. We'll see. Macro just began. Let's see what 10 a.m. brings. This new hour and 4 hour. Here is the 4 hour chart currently. That's kind of a tough read. Failed the 10 p.m. I mean, we failed to close back below here and actually get a closure, creating an order block and changing the state. So technically, this is on the 4 hour at least. This looks still bullish. One hour and below is where you could start maybe making a claim for lower, but yeah. Shucks. What's his testing sample? I don't know if it's a testing sample, like he has like hardback data. I think it's just something that he noticed whenever we've had seek and destroy conditions. And it's not something that I look for. It's just something that every time he has mentioned it to me in the chat, it seems like that has been the case. But previous weekly high hasn't been taken on a regular trading hours chart. This is true, Billy. Always a likelihood that it revisits that level overnight. PA takes it. This is true. Yeah, should we see? Yeah, we ended up, even though we had a big overnight move, we ended up with a not very large opening range gap. Karim took shorts. I must have missed that. Looks like it's probably going to sell off here. But just rated this high. Seek and destroy profile. This is what I would expect if that's what we get. After becoming a profitable trader, what do you think was your toughest moment in the markets? I mean, maintaining profitability is an ongoing struggle, I would say. Like, you could be profitable for a year, a couple years, a few months, 6 months, and then you could have a string of unprofitability, right? Like, profitability is something that you always have to fight for. It's not something that you just become and then you're never not profitable ever again. Like, market's always changing. You got to adapt to conditions. Your model might be more effective in some conditions versus others. So the whole, like, after you become a profitable, like, you got to keep doing what made you profitable. If you stray from what made you profitable, you're going to fall back into unprofitability. So I just think that's a continuous fight to maintain one. And then I would say also just like the, because I think that is a misconception that once you become profitable, you just always have it. You know, you hope that you can keep replicating what got you there. But knowing us as human beings, we're not perfect and we're not robots. So I think I mean, you guys know what it's like when you get that euphoria of a winning streak, you know, multiple payouts or whatever. And then you're met with either, like, you know, not as much trading success, maybe a losing streak. Like, the trading mental roller coaster can be pretty high and pretty low if you let it. So I think the hardest part is just trying to stay as even keel as humanly possible. Like, trying to stay just super steady. Again, not going to be perfect. Easier said than done. But realizing that when you get too euphoric in the highs, there's a losing streak right around the corner. And when you get way too down on yourself in a little bit of a rut, like, you know, your best trading is right around the corner probably as well. Like, this is how it works. It's never as bad as you think it is, and it's also never as good as you think it is. But I think the magic, like the famous last words, or like the magic phrase that a lot of traders like to tell themselves when they're doing well is like, I've cracked the code. I figured it out. I finally figured it out. Right? Maybe you get a few payouts. Your model's just kicking ass and taking names, and then you're like, I've got it. I'm never gonna struggle again until you do. So yeah, you never really crack the code. I mean, you kind of do once you kind of just accept that, like, how not in control you really are, and you really just focus so hard on what you can control and do that to the best of your ability. That's really all we can do. At the end of the day, none of us control these fucking candlesticks. They'll do whatever they want to do, and they don't care where your stop loss is or where your take profit is. They got other plans. None of us matter enough for them to worry about us. Little old us. VWAP? I don't know. This is just, by the way, guys, I don't use VWAP. I just have it on my chart just for, like, shits and giggles. I put it on my chart a long time ago on stream because people kept, like, bringing it up, and I wanted to troll them when they were wrong, because they would just troll me when I'm wrong, and they'd say I'm wrong because of VWAP. Update available. So I'll just say that first and foremost. Fuck. But this is, I never mess with any sources or anything. I literally just put the default VWAP, and I turn the upper and lower band off. So I don't know what the default is. Whatever this is, I don't know. Session. Oops. But no, I don't use VWAP. So if this is a source, open, high, low, close. Wait. High plus low plus close, I'm assuming, divided by 3. So yeah, whatever the default setting is, that's what I have it set at. I just have it on my chart for trolling purposes, but was it Retain? Yeah, I think Retain did say that last week, yeah. Or no, it wasn't Retain, it was Rita. Yeah, sorry. It was Rita. Conditions change all the time. You need to have a few real good plays up your sleeve all the time. Yeah, I mean, yeah, condition. I mean, just think about how different the condition is between, you know, pre-tariff 2025, right? Like February, March, April. Well, no, I'm sorry. Take that back. Not April, really. April was just a crazy sell-off with a bunch of limit down days, but, you know, I thought the volatility was great. The volatility made it actually easy to trade. We got clean deliveries. Everybody had to size way down. But all in all, it was good. And then, you know, May was good early in the month, and then I just felt like once the volatility slowed up at the second half of May, but then we just kind of kept drifting higher while, you know, like I'm sitting here like, okay, we got to rebalance. The market's like, do we though? Do we actually have to rebalance? Do we really? I don't know. I don't think so. We don't have to. We'll just keep going higher. You know what's crazy? I just can't believe that I can't believe I took an L yesterday going long, and long was the right move. Crazy. It's the worst. Did I have a praying phase? Huh. Man, I hope and pray every single time I'm in a trade. There's always a little hoping and praying going on with trading. You could have the best setup in the world and it could still fail. So you always want to see it play out. There's always a little bit of hope if we're all being honest. But that's life, though. That's life. Anything you do in life has inherent risk involved, and you hope that it works out. You always hope that you make the right decisions. That's what I'm saying, Carlos. I thought, yeah, the beginning of the year was awesome. Beginning of the year. Now we're getting into these summer months a little bit, and it's volatility's drying up a little bit. The deliveries aren't as clean, so I mean, but again, that's not blaming the market either. Like that's just the reality of the conditions, and I mean, the truth is, I mean, we gotta adapt, right? We gotta adapt. The hard part is though, like as traders, we're so used to a certain style or a certain system and a certain routine, if you will, both with how you find entries and manage your positions. So when the conditions change, you know, it makes it feel like the struggle bus is running out of gas, if that makes any sense. So the reality is, like right now, for the most part, any shorts seem to be pretty short-lived. And the longs play out, they just take a long time. Right now with the low volatility, like they're just kind of gradually, like deep retracements, and then a gradual move toward previous highs. We'll see here though. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're in 10 o'clock hour now. This just looks like a EKG heart monitor right now, to be honest. I almost wonder if I should just stay on this 5-minute chart and use 5-minute structure if I'm going to take a trade. Like, for example, I'm kind of framing up in my mind here. Like, if we were to get a decent closure here on a 5-minute, changing the state, like, the trade idea that I would frame up, if anything, would be something like this. Yeah, something like that. Still get a nice over 2R. Want my stop above this high. You know, I don't think this 1 minute's gonna do me any favors today, though, to be honest. When in doubt, zoom out, right? Here's the hourly close. So previous 1 hour candle is basically a doji. What's up, Payush? I am doing well. How are you? Just lost your accounts in shorts. Chess, you get 5 big booms.
Boom! 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 Boom!
Sorry to hear about your accounts, Chess. Never fun. Never fun. Yeah, boys and girls, the whole Discord, I don't know how to prevent these Discord scammers. It's annoying, I know. I'm sorry about it. I go through the Discord and clean out the members here every couple of days, and it's like there's just always another fake Tyler in here. Like, yeah, here's one today. Oops. No doxing me, boys. There we go. Yeah, anyway, someone asked me to rate their trade in the Discord. Is this the one? Is this the one? Rate it. I mean, I was looking at this. I don't think it was a bad, based on the technicals. I mean, because I was looking at this as well. If you guys were on stream at that moment, I wanted to see this 1 minute candle close and respect this first presented for value gap, though. And then when we closed above it, I just ignored it. So I was just patient, I guess. I waited for the closure, but I don't think this is a bad idea. You had the right idea. You had SMT at these highs. We were in premium of the range of the of this Asia range here. So from Asia high to London low, you were in discount of the range, or we had already traded in a discount of the range. I'm assuming your target was these equal lows here at the session lows from yesterday, but no, I don't. As far as rating that trade goes, I don't think it's a bad trade. I don't think it's a bad trade. It's just opening bell volatility, right? So very little follow through. That's why I stayed patient on this candle. The way that this candle formed this fair value gap. Can I zoom in? I mean, you get like, we get a big candle down, closure. Next candle is up. Like, so to me, this is simplifying. If you're just reading price action, to me, it just looks weak, right? I don't have a better way to describe that. Like, it just looks weak. Like, it's lacking follow through to the downside. So it just, like, your spidey senses start tingling. Your spidey senses start tingling. It just looks weak. But rating it, I would rate it like a B minus, maybe a C plus. You know, C's get degrees, is what they say. It is what they say. So there was logic in it. I mean, as long as risk was managed, you're all right. That's why having an expectation of like a lower expectation on a day like today is sometimes helpful, because it just puts you on high alert and prevents you from eagerly pressing buttons as quickly. That could mean you miss a trade too, but I would rather miss a move. Like if I could see the future, I'd rather miss a move than take a loss. So I guess there's worse things than missing a trade. How many contracts you got straight to funded? How many contracts I use? Is that what you're asking, JT? I'm using my contracts will change, but I'm risking like right around $500 per trade. Good setups. If it's a little bit lower, like a lower probability setup in my mind, I have no problem like lowering size even a little bit more and risking like $400. But I'm copy trading across 5 accounts. As well, so that helps. I mean, by the time he took the short retain, it might have been in a discount relative to the range, but it had already retraced to premium, is what I was saying. So here's opening bell, right? We'd already retraced into premium. So yes, first presented fair value gap is in a discount. But if you're viewing that as confirmation to maybe go lower, there you go. You can see here though on the 15, we ended up getting held up by this 15-minute. I didn't even notice this. I'm noticing this a little bit in hindsight. But this could have been something that you noticed as well, right? BPR here, we hit this, we don't close, we wick back up and we go higher. So oops. I'm not in this trade, by the way, boys and girls. I'm literally, I just put this here as like a framework. I feel like whenever people see the short or long to it, they just assume you're in a trade. Retain and Carlos are in love with each other, boys and girls. You guys would probably be best friends. You know what I mean? Like you guys could probably hang out. What do you guys think? Is someone familiar with Sierra charts? And if you are, do you know how I can buy and sell Sierra chart without brokers? I just wanted to look at those levels and volume. Oh, I don't know if you can, Dizaka Lamanja. My buddy Tyler Jacobs, who's sometimes in here and in the chat, he uses Sierra charts as well. And I believe he did have to, without brokers. Yeah, I believe he had to get edge clear. I don't know. He did whatever. He set his setup up like TBMs. He likes TBMs setup. Trades by Matt. What's up, Meta? Good morning. Everything's good here, yeah. How about you? Last week not here when you stream, busy with Forex and stock. Well, I'm glad to see you here, Meta. Yeah, we're just kind of taking it easy today, day before CPI. Thought maybe we could get something either around market open or 10 o'clock. And yeah, this really hasn't done a whole lot. We kind of just keep drifting higher here a little bit. And nothing has been super clear. The 1 minute's very messy, I would say, overall. You know, you could have a bias for higher or lower and just be holding maybe a higher time frame position one way or the other and just seeing where we go. But yeah, in terms of this internal structure, it's pretty messy. Pretty messy. So hopefully you guys are staying relatively safe. Don't let the boogeyman get you. Don't let the boogeyman get you. So to pass the time while we're waiting here, we were talking a little bit of politics, a little bit of California riots, a little bit of mass deportations, you know, a little bit of everything here. It's been a good time. It's been a good time. We only made a couple people mad so far. SMT on the 1 minute. Yeah, Muhammad, I'm not even like interested at all in what's happening on the 1 minute right now, if I'm being totally honest. If I'm being totally honest, I am really not interested at all. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick on this 5 minute and above, most likely. For those of you guys that are bullish, and like some of you guys are saying long now, or most of the chat was bullish as well, like legitimately, what is your guys' buy side target? Are you guys expecting previous weekly high because you want to see a hit in regular trading hours? Is that what you guys are targeting for longs? Or are you like, no, we're just going to go to external high? Like, what's your guys', are we going to go to New York midnight? What are you guys looking to target for those that are looking in longs currently? Asking for a friend. Yeah, there's such a big Asia range, which is why I'm wanting to see like 50% of this Asian range hold. Current interval. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, chat. Hell yeah, chat. What's up, Javi? My play today, I'm just waiting right now. I don't really see something that I like. I mean, I don't hate the idea of like for those that are long biased that are targeting previous weekly high based off regular trading hours chart. You can see we got a lot of clean relative equal highs in here. Previous weekly high has not been traded to yet, obviously in regular trading hours yet. So I don't mind that logic. However, the way that just the Asian range formed and how big it is, 150, it was like 160 point Asian range with these clean equal lows that we did take on ES. So I understand that there is an SMT there. Two things. One is day before CPI, and we're getting a little bit choppier price action. So that's one thing that's making me not want to engage at the moment. But then also, like, if anything, I'm a little bit more privy to some downside here towards these previous session lows, but even just these internal lows. Like, again, the shorts are very short-lived and don't want to demand too much if we get it. But yeah, I'm sticking off the 1 minute for now. I think the 1 minute's pretty messy. This just seems like perfect recipe for blowing accounts, trying to read 1 minute structure and expecting clean delivery off of it. So we'll stick with slightly higher time frames, probably 5 minute and above for a day like today is what I'm thinking, but we'll wait and see what happens. Maybe there's no trade today. I didn't want to just do no stream though. We'd stream, talk about price, talk some shit in the chat. You guys know the drill. Have some fun. See how everybody's feeling today. What do you guys want to talk about though? I got nothing. I got nothing that I'm looking at right now as far as a trade goes, honestly. And this is gonna take a little bit of time. This is gonna take a little bit of time to set something up, if it's gonna set something up, if I'm being totally honest. So I'm fully prepared to be patient for a bit. Oh my goodness. Let's do. Oops. We could do, well, shit. I need to talk to Brett Simba, and I need to see how I can. Like, I wonder if I could. I gotta figure out a way where I could like generate a code for you guys for like giveaways and stuff. The only thing that's coming to my mind when I'm like, well, let's just sit here and wait. I'm like, oh, I fucking should do a giveaway. I was just, oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Power of 3 is expected. I mean, I kinda. Power of 3 is always expected, right? You need an account, Mad Buyer? How old do I look, Rotten Chicken? I've never shaved. My facial hair finally just started growing last week. As soon as you get 3 Tradeify accounts, we make no big moves. Sit on hands. Oh, man. Yeah, that's how that goes. I know the feeling, Stunna. I know the feeling. Or the big moves that it does make. It happens and you're not able to catch it, like this 150-point move here in Asia. Like, what the fuck? I'm fully expecting that at least one person in the chat will claim that they caught this, though. Dude, easy longs in Asia. How'd you miss those? Ain't that always how it goes, though? All this sell side liquidity asking to be liquidated. Yes. Yes, I would like to spank it. I would like to spank the sell side. That'd be cool. You followed me with 3 accounts for 16K in blah 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 member. Oh, I remember. Yeah, wait, the joke. Yeah. I remember now. I read that wrong at first. I thought you said like you followed me and made 16K. I'm like, maybe if you were following me in like April. In like beginning of May. I mean, I won't deny it. I'm not gonna shy away from it. The reality is what the reality is, and the reality is, if you've been watching my stream, well, let me say this. That's kind of also the annoying part. Ask somebody that's trying to be a trading furu online. You know how frustrating it is? Like, I feel like I haven't gotten like a good trade, or like the good trades that I've taken on stream have been very few and far between. If I've taken any like good trades recently, they've been like the one, for example, was that Friday? What's today? Tuesday? Yeah, no, I think that was Friday. Like Friday we get that move lower finally. Obviously I got stopped at break even. I closed the stream off, and then like 15 minutes later it kind of sets up the short again, and I take it, and then it plays out. So like, but that trade's not being taken on stream. You guys are like, oh, what a fucking, how convenient, guys taking trades off stream. But like, I can't help it. I'm trading New York AM session, and if the setups that I'm looking for and the deliveries that I'm wanting aren't happening in New York game session, there's not really much I can do. But yeah, it's a little frustrating because I'm not getting any good trades on stream like very frequently right now. And it's rooting my street cred. How the fuck am I supposed to sell you guys a course? You guys ain't buying that shit. You guys like, this guy fucking just loses all the time. What the fuck? Oh, well, watch this guy for. And it's true. I've been probably losing a little bit more than I've been winning on stream in the last 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm not trying to lose on stream. I hate losing in general. But we're just trying to get through here, boys. We're just trying to make it through. Better days are ahead. Clean deliveries ahead. New York AM session. We're gonna make New York AM session great again. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, okay? And you guys are gonna be like, this is why he's the GOAT. The GOAT. That's what's gonna happen. And then oh, Stunna, by the way, I don't know if Tyler Jacobs was serious about coming to Hawaii for the golf tournament. But that is that's for Father's Day, you said? Yeah, that might not work. Might not work. Father's Day is this upcoming weekend, boys and girls. So congrats in advance to the fathers out there. But make sure you get your dad something nice for this weekend, boys and girls, all right? See, he wasn't serious. See, this son of a bitch. Always doing stuff like that. Says he's in and then he's not actually in. God. Just like my uncle. Okay, I'm kidding. But yeah, anyway, it's just it's interesting conditions that we're in. It's unprecedented a little bit. Obviously, we have a volatile president with things moving and shaking, so it's all good. I feel like I've done my best to minimize damage in the previous like 2 to 3 weeks. But it's just part of trading, dude. You just go through phases where things are great, things are maybe stagnant, maybe you're in a little bit of a rut, or maybe just conditions are not conducive for your trading, like your style, your model, and or the session that you trade. And that's just like not really much any of us can do about that. That's just market being market. Your dad went, got milk, and never came back. Damn. You've been waiting to eat that bowl of cereal for 18 years. Damn. Uh, 10:30 incoming in a few minutes here, boys and girls. I mean, I'm still just kind of waiting to see something. Like I said, if I do have a bias, I don't really, but if I did have one, it would be more of a bearish one, I'd say. To at least like these internal lows would be nice. Like I would be so happy with just this. You know what I mean? Oops. Not sure if that's in the cards though. Cookie, dude, you just got here. Why are you leaving already? With the best bowl of cereal you've ever had. That's funny. Took a 3-month break after blowing a bunch of accounts. I regret it, but I'm starting to get back into it. There you go, T. Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't know if I've ever taken a 3-month break. At least not totally. That's a pretty long one. Maybe like a week or two. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Felipe, are you talking to me? I use Tradeovate. I don't use wealth. I don't even know what wealth charts are, if I'm being honest. What's up, Leon? I'm doing good, man. How are you? Yeah, the market's just sitting pretty today. Not doing a whole lot. Day before CPI, but there hasn't been anything really for me to do much with here. I mean, I think there's some people that are holding from reading the chat. It sounds like a lot of people in the chat were maybe just holding longs, probably off of something a little higher time frame here. I'm speculating based on the sentiment of the chat, but yeah, I don't know. There really hasn't been much here for me to be too excited about yet. And maybe we won't get nothing today. I was gonna maybe just take the day off. I mean, in the past I used to just day before CPI, day before NFP, I would just not stream. Well, I'm like, yeah, we'll get on here and at least look at price and try to be disciplined at least, right? Try to showcase some discipline in the chat. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, no, my buddy, that's my buddy, my other buddy Tyler, and he uses Rhythmic. So I don't know if you were talking to him. I didn't know if I had missed something in the chat, but yeah, no, I use Tradeovate. I use Tradeovate for all of it. The only thing that I have, obviously, I have my XFAs. My XFAs on Project X with Top Step. Otherwise, everything I have is through Tradeovate. And then connecting to NinjaTrader. Yeah, I've seen a few people do that, Felipe. I'm not sure what why it does that, but what's up, Brooke? No, I haven't taken any trades yet. Just been sitting here chilling, talking smack with the chat. I heard you lose more than QBanks wins. Is that true? I don't know. I kind of view QBanks as like a scammer in the Forex world personally, but maybe. It could be true. I remember back in like 2020, I think I bought or 2020, whenever they rolled out Top Tier Trader, I remember I bought a prop challenge, I think, with Top Tier, just one. And I want to say I passed phase 1 and then failed phase 2. So I don't remember when that was. Why scammer? I don't know. I'm cynical. I think everybody, I think most traders, especially in the Forex world, especially, but really, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not exclusive to just Forex. I just think that a lot of my default setting at this point is that anybody that has something to sell you and they have these, stories of grandeur with their own trading, especially when it's based around a MetaTrader screenshots. It's all bullshit. Lying is scamming, yes. Like, let me put it this way, Chris. If I were to like have a deal with a broker, let's just say, and with the broker I was able to have them make me a demo account, but it said it was a live account, and I was able to fabricate payouts, withdrawals, deposits, trades. Like if I could fabricate everything, but yet when I screenshot the account, it still says it's a live account, and I were to like post that online, and then I were to in turn sell something, would that make me a scammer? I would think so. I do think it is funny. It's like if you scroll through like trading TikTok or just trading social media, how many insanely rich, wink wink, nudge nudge, insanely rich 20-year-old day traders there are, or younger. It's hilarious. It is hilarious. Yeah, but do you have proofs for that? I mean, it's a known fact, Chris, that is what goes on in the trading world. So I'm not sure. I mean, what do you want me to? You want me to pull up like a fucking document for you? What, like, believe it if you don't believe it. If you don't, I mean, buy Q Banks' course. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't hurt me any. You buy all the courses you want. If somebody shows you a screenshot of profits online or anything, just assume it's real and buy whatever they're selling. I don't care. Doesn't hurt me any. You don't even need to be a partner with a broker to do that. You can just buy an MT5 server and customize literally everything. Yeah. Yeah, MetaTrader is all open source, so what Jacob said is true. Yeah, Alex G. I mean, it's just all, and that's why I've beefed with TJR in the past, because TJR, you know, that's what he was using. MetaTrader, all open source. I mean, I know how this shit works. This is literally how I discovered my first I got scammed. My first couple years into trading, I literally got scammed. I thought for sure that this guy actually grew an account from like $500 to $1 million. I legit thought it was real. And he could show me the lie that it was a real account. He could show like payouts or withdrawals, deposits, trade, like, and it was all fake. I come to find out later that it was fake. So what happened is I became an affiliate. And this is like before, like, I'm a trading influencer. I'm not even like on the social media at all in terms of like a trading influencer or anything. But like, I was able to become an affiliate with those brokers, and they were offering to do the same thing for myself. Hey, Tyler, we'll give you a fake account. It'll say it's real. We can literally do anything. We can do anything you want. You want us to just add 100 grand to your account and you can say you made 100 grand in one trade? Sure, here you go. And that was when, so I found that out. And I was actually kind of close to this guy, like, on a personal level a little bit. So I'm like sending him this stuff, and we do, like, I remember we did this FaceTime. I'm like, bro, can you just shoot me straight? Are you fucking lying to me about all your results? And he, like, you could just, you know, like, he didn't admit it, but you know how you can just tell when people are lying? You just, like, he's totally caught off guard. He's like, kind of scrambling, and he was just like, what? Just like somebody that's like, he had a lie that he was going to die with. Like, he was going to go to the grave with that lie. And here's where it gets funnier. Like, probably like a month or two later, he ends up getting, we were a part of a network marketing company, which you guys know a little bit of my backstory with that. He was an educator for the company. All of a sudden, the company's terminating him and then presses charges on him. They open up a lawsuit against him. And it all comes out in the lawsuit that it was all fake, how it was faked. And it was fucking hilarious. I loved every second of it. And from that moment on, I started to really understand what goes on in the trading space and how easy it is to fool people with all the shady things that go down. And yeah, I just don't like it. I hate that shit. I never want to be that person or anything close to that type of a person. So I try to be honest and transparent. I don't try to over glamorize trading ever. I mean, don't get me wrong, I try to have fun with you guys, but I'm never gonna like blow smoke up your ass so I can like make you think I'm more credible or anything like that to in turn try to sell you something or whatever. But if you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with me. I mean, there's not really much more I can do about that, but it is crazy what goes on. You gotta be careful out here in these trading streets. It's pretty fucking gnarly. That is the facts. If you haven't been scammed in trading, then you are either intelligent as fuck or lucky. Yeah, what Jacob Trades just said. That is, I mean, like I've said before, if you've been trading for a while, you've seen so much shit at this point. It's hard not to be. I get why people are such like automatically like haters of everybody on social media with trading, because you just assume like this guy's selling me a bunch of bullshit or lying to me, so I think he's a good trader. I get it. Like, I'm the same way. Is this the guy that scammed the uncle out of millions or something? No, this is a different guy. That's the thing. Like, that's what I'm saying, Carlos. Like, there's so many stories. I could just go on and on. There's so many. And you want to know why there's so many? Because everybody does that. Obviously not every single one, but like most, that is how it goes. I mean, that's just the truth. You know? I mean, even like affiliate money was hush hush until the trading community started like calling a lot of people out for it. Like, there'd be so many people that would make a fuck ton of affiliate money, and then they would just play it off like it was all trading profits. Like, you guys know how easy that is too. You sell a Discord, you sell a course, you make a lot of affiliate money, and then you know, that is kind of kept hush hush, and then you get this crazy lifestyle and this financial success from these other things that aren't from trading, but you sell it to other people like it is from trading. That's not good either. So it's all the same. It's all the same shit. Same shit, different toilet. Yeah, fair enough, Michael. You know what's funny is but that's just how little I knew about the trading space. You know, I didn't realize how dirty it was. Like, I never understood. I didn't know how much you could get away with, truthfully. I didn't realize, like, because to me, I'm like, dude, that literally sounds so wildly illegal, like what some of these people do, and it is. But it just sounds so wildly wrong, like morally wrong and illegal, that I'm like, there's no way that, like, you know what I mean? I was a little naive to that. I'm like, there's no way that they could actually be doing that kind of lying on that kind of a scale. But they are. They are. But it is funny that if you join a trading network marketing company, you'll join because you want to learn how to trade. I'm not gonna say you can't learn anything about trading, because you can learn some stuff, but you'll sign up with somebody to learn how to trade, and you'll be taught how to recruit. They'll talk way more about recruiting other people than they will about trading. And then you'll realize, oh, fuck. Fake payouts of ICT. I mean, I know that he got caught like faking like screenshots on MetaTrader. Dude, here's the thing with anything MetaTrader at this point. That's why it's 2025. If you follow anybody that still uses MetaTrader, holy fuck, dude. I mean, you might as well sell your car and you be like Fred Flintstone. Like, just get like a little freaking bench, put it on some like rock wheels, and like pedal it with your feet. Like, what are we doing? I mean, unless you live in like not even a third world country, you'd have to live in like a fifth world country to still be on MetaTrader. I just don't get that. It's so anybody that has anything to do with MetaTrader at this point, TradeLocker is just a platform that a platform for placing trades. You still use a MetaTrader CFD broker and or prop firm. So somebody like was saying that to me the last time we had this conversation, like, oh, but no, it's all the same thing. Ask me how. Welcome. What do I got for you? But anyway, yeah, no, so I know that ICT got caught with that apparently back in the day. I mean, I wasn't like following ICT as closely when that happened, I don't think, but I mean, yeah, if you got caught doing that, that's, you know, it's a little bit of a eye opener. I think he has defended it by saying that he did that on purpose. You know, you can choose to believe that or not. You know, I find that a little hard to believe. But you never know, dude. Here's at the end of the day. At the end of the day, when it comes to the whole ICT, anything, I believe the concepts work. They work for me. And it's the lens in which I logically view the market. And it's the strategy and the style that resonates with me the most. So, I mean, whether or not ICT makes any money, whether or not anybody you guys follow makes any money or not, it doesn't change your bank account at all. It doesn't change my bank account at all if ICT's made millions from trading or $0 from trading. But yeah, I like to view all things with a realistic lens, including ICT. I don't try to pedestalize them. People are stupid as shit. I think a lot of people are just naive. I mean, I get it. I was the same way. Cause you just like, a lot of you guys are good people with good intentions, and it's hard for you to fathom that somebody would be so shady for a profit. But yeah, when money's involved, dude, people will do all sorts of crazy shit. I mean, just look at all the women doing OnlyFans today. Pretty crazy. People will sell their soul for money. First broker I used was Cortana, passed the eval, etc. When it came to payout time, they had excuses and new rules scammed a lot of people. Don't think they exist anymore. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of like new brokers and new prop firms that pop up and will pop up. You know, probably smart to just let them prove themselves. A lot of them will be rug pulls. You know, quick money grabs. And a lot of people get hurt. I have 4 50K XFAs, one and one 150K. They were up like I don't know, like 14,000 in profit. I took a payout for like $6,000 on them. And then I think I've only traded once on them since, and it was a break even. So I'm just waiting to get back to trading on them a little bit. I'm really just focusing on these Tradeify accounts mainly, and of course the market has been the market for the last few weeks for me. But I like to just focus on sets of accounts at a time here until we get really stacked up. I still have a goal this year. I want to accumulate like 20 Apex accounts. I have 4 currently. 4 Apex PAs. Work on getting, I'd like to work on getting transition to live for both Top Step and Tradeify. And then 20 PAs with Apex. I don't know if they're moving people to live right now or not. I heard like some people got their accounts back. Like even Trader Kane being one of them. But yeah, that's just kind of what I'm working on. Just these sets of accounts at a time, and then got to add my fund of futures into the mix as well. So just taking it as we go, not trying to do everything at once. No news on Top Step getting hacked, I don't think. Nothing that I heard, at least. I think they kind of like made it sound like everything was fine and like nobody's information was compromised. But from what I heard, like Brian Stonk said that his card got stolen and he was getting messages from other people saying their cards were stolen. So I think that some people's stuff was compromised. So I don't know if that's true. Took me so long to get my first ever XFA. As soon as I got a PA, became trash. As soon as I got it, PA became trash. Just seems so unlucky. I know, dude. Yeah, that's how it goes. Sometimes it's in our head, but I mean, I don't know. I've been offsides a couple of times in the last few weeks where it's actually truly my fault. My analysis was just incorrect. Otherwise, yeah, New York AM session it just hasn't been what we've all hoped it would be. Now, granted, today's day before CPI, so today's price action is expected. That's for sure. What's up? Ask me how. Hi, sorry, I struggle to get in. Just purchase membership. You struggle to get in? Listen, why USA is like this? They don't accept South Africa. How can I trade futures? Ooh, I think Soné in the chat is from South Africa. So I don't know if Soné, if she's trading. I think she was trading Forex, though, last time we had this discussion. I was trying to get her to come over to the dark side. Yeah, if your country isn't accepted by prop firms or the brokers don't accept your country, then yeah, you got to do what you got to do, I guess. But I would still, like, if you're gonna go the prop firm route with CFDs, I'd probably just recommend FTMO, because at least they're gonna pay you out, and they're not gonna, go under anytime soon. I mean, yeah, if you can't trade futures props, you can't trade futures props. That is what it is. What's up, Chris? No, I haven't taken anything yet. I wouldn't be against taking something. I would be interested. I just want to see some reasoning to do so. And I'm leaning a little bit more for lower than I am for higher. Want to spend your savings wisely. Do you have a plan? Do I have a plan for what? Ask me how. Whatever you're saying, I hope you're not talking about like, Tyler, I need to copy trade you. I like your strategy. Do you have a plan? Don't copy trade me or anybody. I mean, you can do that stunt if you want, but the reality is it's easier to make 3K. This might be a hot take. It's easier to make 3K on prop firms than it is to make 3K on a live account. Changed my mind. And I can explain if need be, but it's easier to make 3K on a prop account than on a live account. Chris is in short. Yeah, Chris, what I'm kind of waiting for here, I'm staying off the 1 minute as well, right? Like this is trouble, just choppy sideways. We are generating all of this low resistance liquidity to the downside here, slight jabs higher. But what I'm really kind of waiting for, I'm staying off the 1 minute just because I don't want to get sucked into something that's a bad trade. We are in the 11 a.m. macro right now, so you could maybe expect price to start moving. And I'm with you. I mean, we've got SMT at this high. We've been slowly driving these highs here. just got an inversion here. So maybe this does want to start moving lower. I don't hate it. I'm just personally choosing to stay off the 1 minute and wait to see like a 5 minute, you know, like a change in the state here. I would feel more confident with a trade like that personally, just so I don't end up again getting in on a wick and then we just, you know, make another drive higher and then I'm, you know, kicking myself. So yeah, this would be, yeah, like even like going to like 930 opening range low would be more than enough for me if I could get something like that. But just scaling up a little bit in time frame to weed out a little bit of the noise. Little wee bit of the noise. So we'll see if we can get like a actual change in the state here for lower on the 5. Maybe we could look to engage them. Yeah, so when I say, dude, Mad Buyer, I'm sorry, I can't. those are all my other personalities adding you. I've deployed all of them. But no, yeah, the reason that it's easier to make 3K on a prop firm than it is on a live account simply is based off of the fact that you do not need to have as much skin in the game to have the same upside. I mean, you could do the math, and it doesn't even matter what firm you're talking about. Like, in order to realistically make 3K on a live account, like, just list off some numbers in the chat. Like, what do you guys realistically think you needed to put into a live account to where you can risk appropriately to make 3K? I mean, sure, you could put like a couple grand or whatever into a live account and then like full port and like double the account, I guess. But that's not kind of what we're talking about here, is it? And even if so, like Stunna just said, $500. Okay, $500 for less than $500. For less than $500, you could get a prop account, activate it in a funded, and make the same amount or more. So even if you were to go $500 into a live account for cheaper, you could do that with a prop firm. So therefore, I think it still stands that it's easier with a prop. And when I say easier, meaning like your downside is not as exposed. Holy shit. Words are tough. Like I know for a fact, I did not start off trading props. Like props were not really as popular when I first started trading. So I'm sitting there fucking blowing 500, 1,000, a couple $1,000s at a time on live accounts. I would have saved a lot of money if the current prop landscape was around then. I would have not lost as much money as I did when I started. And even when I did get into props, like I was getting into like FTMO, Forex props, and like those challenges were 2-phase and they were expensive. Like that's kind of why I stayed on the live route. Because I'm just like, dude, why would I spend $1,000, $1,200 on a challenge when I could literally put that same amount into a live account? That argument made sense because the downside was the same, right? When the downside, though, is dramatically decreased by leveraging props with the same upside potential, to me, it just becomes a no-brainer that props are the better choice. In that regard, right? Like if you're, you know, assuming that you don't have just a ridiculous, crazy amount of cash and you've been trading for a while and you know what you're doing, so much so that you're willing to put a large chunk of capital into a trading account to trade with. You know what I mean? Like how much money would you have to your name for you to justify putting, you know, 6 figures of your own personal capital into a trading account? And then the downside of that is your downside risk, your exposure is that full amount, right? What's crazy is like a bomb could drop. You could be in with a little bit too much size. Your stop gets slipped to kingdom come, and you lose way more than you were anticipating losing. But when it's a live account, that's too bad, too sad. Too bad, too sad. But even for the people that do trade live accounts, I mean, I think it's wise at least to, just because you can afford to put in a lot of money, right? Doesn't mean necessarily should, right? You could still put in like. I like the way that Rake Trade said this one time. He said that like whatever you put into your account on a live account is like your daily loss limit. So like if you put in $3 grand, $4 grand, $5 grand, like that's your daily loss limit. Like you're basically willing to lose that in a day. Even though his budget might be 50 grand for a personal live account, he's not putting in 50 grand at once. Does that make sense? So I think that logic makes sense too. But there is no wrong answer at the end of the day. You can do whatever which way you want. I think I am going to go ahead and set... Oops. Wrong one here. I'm going to go ahead and set this limit on this 5 minute. We just got this 5 minute closure finally. Of course, it just totally sold off here. So I will set this sell limit here, going for this opening range low. See if it will retest. Never underestimate NASDAQ's ability to wick back up and retest or pull back. Never underestimate that. So if I get picked up on this, great. If I don't and we sell off, that's fine. We'll probably just call it a morning. Yeah, I'm Mason. I mean, yeah, I mean, I also have a very fair amount of liquid cash, or even just liquid, like especially if I count like, you know, index funds and crypto. Like I've got a lot of liquidity that I could deploy, but it's like, why deploy it? Why deploy all that risk into a live brokerage account if I can utilize props and take advantage? Who knows if props will not be around in the future? You never know. They could be just like here for now. Regulations could come down at any moment, and you know, sayonara. But all right, what's going on here? What I meant, can I purchase the same prop as you, follow you live, or what to help a brother out? Can I purchase the same prop? I mean, if you're in South Africa, ask me how. I'm not sure. It made it sound like, might get picked up here, boys and girls. Kind of made it sound like you weren't, like your country wasn't allowed. Yes, I saw your text. Sorry, I was rambling. What negativity? I searched the whole internet looking for advice, and this guy's not answering me. What use of making a channel available if you won't help people? Oh, ask me how. You're getting mad at me. Dude, relax. I was just rambling. What? Oh my lordy. I'm not sure you want me to ask me how. I feel like I already answered you how. I'm not sure it's available in your country. If it is available in your country, I've made the links pretty available. You just got to look in the chat, the description of the video, look at the little text on the little text you see above my chart here on the stream. Apex, Tradeify, MyFunded Futures, code Tyler, best gives you the best active promotion for all firms. So only you can answer this question, ask me how. You have to do a little bit of due diligence here, and you're going to have to say, okay, let's use my brainstem. Let's see here. Can I buy an account with one of these firms? Let's see. And then what you do, ask me how, is you go and you click one of the links that I've eloquently provided to you, whether it be in the chat, the description of the video. Fuck, you could just go to your browser and just type it in. And then you go to the website, and then you try to purchase an account. When you go to checkout, you type in Tyler. If you want to save money. If you don't want to save money, don't type it in. And then it'll either let you purchase it or it won't. So that's how that will work. And then from there, I would say don't copy trade me. Please do not, for the love of God, copy trade me. And definitely don't buy a prop account just to copy trade me. I promise you, it's not gonna end well for you. Even if I were to win every trade and never lose, it's not gonna end well for you. Do you understand? No particular reason, Payush. I was just on I was just on the micro chart. I kind of don't even like this trade enough to risk like even this much. All right, let's see. I did get filled in here. SMT at the highs. Finally got this breakdown. Changing the state of delivery here on the 5-minute. Just using this 5-minute order block. Stop at this recent high. Looking to target opening range low 930 from 930 open. Let's see, boys. Risking like 350. So risk is very little. I said I didn't like it because of the way that this 5-minute candle came back up pretty strong. Here's the hourly candles. Look at these strong wicks, bearish close. Man, I don't know. We wicked the 1 hour low here. Let's see if it works. Probably going to be my only attempt of the morning, though. Oh, and then also OT of... Did we get to OT of the range, actually? I should, before I say that out loud, maybe I should... maybe we didn't. Oh, yeah, we did. We did hit OTE of the range as well. That was where this reaction down came from. Bro, I don't have a course. Ask me how. I don't have a course. The video that you watched about a 90% win rate was a back testing video. And in the back testing session, it was a 90% win rate. So I may have clickbaited you a little bit with that title. But that video is also like 2 years old. Yes, if you want to buy drugs, hit up Casper. Too soon? So you're telling me you don't have confidence in your trading abilities? If that's your takeaway from what I don't know, I get, yeah, sure. No, I don't. I actually lose on purpose on stream because it helps me get more views. You guys see why I pick on people in third world countries in the chat. I mean, the display. I mean, this guy bought a membership to my channel. I feel bad, but the reality is, I mean, this guy might have a screw loose. Ask me how. Ask me how. I want to ask you how you got so stupid. Can I ask you how that happened? I feel bad, dude. You bought a membership to the channel. You're asking questions in the chat, and then you get all mad when I don't answer your question like instantly. And like now you're just like being retarded. So I guess thanks for your donation to the channel. I will try to not spend it all in one place. All $2.30 of it. But maybe I'm not your guy. I don't know. Maybe I'm not your guy. Anyway. Well, moving a little. We did SMT this recent low, which I don't love. Not that the SMTs really matter too much, maybe. Not a day like today. Give this a little bit, though. Give this a little bit, though, before I go break even. See if we can get a little more of a movement away. I just want to be on high alert. What's the color of the stop and your profit rectangle? Gray, green. Oh. What's up, Scion? I'm looking at you. You know what? I'm going break even just so if I can stop that break even, I can just end the stream. Before I get real annoyed and say something mean. All right. We'll see you guys later.
Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ charts on his screen. He's in command. He's a day trade.
You guys thought, huh? No, I can't leave without saying goodbye. But yeah, I did go break even here. I'm just not like probably gonna be willing to sit in this. To be honest. So anyway, boys, is there any high IQ questions before we go? Is there any high IQ questions before we go? We'll see if this still plays out. If you guys want to still hold that, feel free. But I wanted to just hold that trade through the macro and then see if we moved away quickly. Like, so now that the macro is over as well, that was like part of my thought process with the entry and while we were just sitting in that. So I don't want to sit here if we're just gonna like chop for another hour. So we'll see if that happens or not. Anyway, my guy, let me leave your chat group. Just know I was looking for advice. Listen, I got the advice for you. I tried helping you the best I could. But if you can't do the due diligence of seeing if you can find whatever prop firms I'm promoting and using on stream and click the link yourself, I mean, I don't know what more you want me to do for you. Like, sometimes you just got to be a big boy and go to the bathroom and wipe your own ass. That's just kind of how it goes, you know? I can help you a little bit, but I can't do it all for you, is what I'm trying to say. How much for feet picks? Depends. I can't say $69. That's too obvious of an answer. But we'll say, yeah, $69. Yeah, it might still be a valid trade, but I'm on the defensive today, day before NFP, or fuck, day before CPI, and all we've seen is choppy conditions so far. So I wanted to see hopefully a movement away enough to go break even in the macro. You could argue that we kind of did get that a little bit. We did SMT the low with ES because ES did put in a new low on the 5-minute, and Q did not. I almost talked myself into just holding the trade and staying in it, but my intuition is telling me to just live with, it didn't run, which is fine. My expectation was if it runs great, if it doesn't run, it's, if it doesn't run, it doesn't run. Clicking and registering is not the problem. I'm new to trading. I thought I could follow your live trades. I mean, you can technically, but no, don't. You shouldn't copy trade is what I'm saying. Copy trading me or anybody, you should not copy trade. First of all, I have a conflict of interest. So by you copying my trades, by also using my affiliate code to buy prop accounts, that'd be a pretty big conflict of interest. I think you would agree, right? I mean, I have disclaimers all over the place for that reason. But yeah, no, you shouldn't copy trade me or anybody. Even if you're trying to become a trader, you're trying to become a good trader that knows what they're doing. Like, it's not going to help you. Because then you're creating a dependence on me. And then what happens when I'm not around? What happens if I just decide to stop streaming tomorrow? You're not learning anything. You're creating a codependence. And also, our situations are probably different, right? I might be able to, if you're copy trading me, I don't know if you're blowing your account on the other end. And also, perhaps I blow my account, but I can afford to buy another one. You don't, and you can't. Then what? You see the problem? That's why you shouldn't copy trade people. And yeah, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I do not have a Series 7 license. I'm not allowed to trade anyone's money. I'm not trying to trade your money. Also, Jacob Trades, my trading view finally updated. So yeah, if you hold down and click above a candle or below a candle, it will show you the values. That's pretty cool. Mine wasn't working yesterday. It's working now. But yes, I do my best. I try to teach and explain why I'm taking trades that I'm taking. So if someone can get value from that, great. Obviously, value is subjective to the viewer. Zach, you just click on the chart and just hold down. You know? All right, Cyan, I think I missed what you said. Does it hurt to get advice? No. Does it hurt your guys' feelings when I... When I troll some of you guys, does it hurt your guys' your feelings? I mean, I try just ignoring you guys sometimes, but then you guys get all pissed off. He's ignoring me. But then when I answer back and I don't tell you what you want to hear, then you get mad at me again. It's like I'm dealing with fucking 2-year-old kids. Having a temper tantrum. Mommy, I want a toy. Not now, damn it. Anyway, yes, I did take a trade for Ferdinando, and I wanted to see some more volatility pick up in the macro, which we didn't really get, so I just went break even on it. So yeah, only one trade for me today. Let's do a P&L check quick before we hop off, boys and girls. P&L check, P&L check, P&L check. Don't go anywhere, don't go anywhere, don't go anywhere yet, boys and girls. Red, flat. There we go. Let me know, boys and girls, how everybody did today. Break even for me, just one trade attempt in the 11 a.m. macro. I don't know, perhaps the trade will still play out. Never say never. But yeah, didn't want to be red on a day like today if this was just going to keep chopping or do whatever it's about to do. Clearly there's not a lot of volatility present here. And if you're on the 1 minute, this is real mad. Look at that. I mean, just look at this 1 minute chart. Can we just enjoy this for a second? Can we just take this all in? This is trouble. If you're looking at that. This is trouble. What do I think about African traders? I think they're amazing. I stand with the African traders. There, you fucking happy now? Jesus. Anyway. All right, boys and girls. Hey, listen. It is, what, 11:20 a.m. I'm going to get off the charts and go touch some grass in a little bit. We do have CPI tomorrow morning. I will be live tomorrow. We'll be trading the post CPI news. Same time, same place. Okay. If you guys are still continuing to trade today, good luck. Be safe. Don't be a degen. At least not too much of a degen. Just the right amount of degeneracy, maybe. And you guys be safe. We'll be back here tomorrow morning. All right, boys? 007's in the chat. Nah, I stole that for somebody. You type whatever you want in the chat. Say goodbye. Like the stream. Enjoy, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ charts on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money. He's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. He's dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.